Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I have with me today the energy of Ascended Master Jesus, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael, who want to offer the opportunity not only for you to receive healing, but to also assist you in understanding that there's an actual function to healing that you yourself have authority and control over. Before I came on, Jesus was saying to me that it's important to understand that there's three different types of healing that are available today. One of them is more of a function of treatment, which is what our conventional medicine is. It's a form of treatment. It's not a form of healing, it's a form of treatment that more often than not does not result in healing. The second form of healing is the spontaneous healing of your body, where your body gets injured and it gets hurt and it heals spontaneously on its own. So like you get a scratch or a cut or a bruise, and left alone it will heal the way the body knows how to heal. He said the body has many years of experience with the environment that you do not have, so it understands a function of healing different than what you yourself do. And then he said the third type of healing is the healing that's an act of the assertion of your divine will. I love this one. That healing, the third type of healing, is the healing that comes from the assertion of your divine will. And I asked him what he means by divine will. And he says, when you align yourself, he said, some call it the Father, you can call it the Spirit, but when you align to the great source, the creator within you, that consciousness is capable of building entire bodies in very short period of time. In fact, he said that if you look at the process of gestation alone, that the act of conceiving to a full-grown baby takes 9 months to create a whole new body. The consciousness, the spirit, knows how to do this. It can do it in 9 months. That's if you leave it to its own devices. He said you can use your divine will, your relationship with the divine, to initiate healing and accelerate healing to the point where it can become as instantaneous as snapping your fingers. Much of what you know about healing today is not healing at all. And what you have heard about the healing that I did has been restricted and limited to me exclusively. And let me tell you that healing is not restricted to the divine acts of myself, other ascended masters. Each and every human being has the same divine life force within them and can compel that divine force to heal, to restore, to rejuvenate, to re-energize, to revitalize your entire body. The fact that there were certain individuals that took advantage of what I instructed others to do, that took what I taught, and I taught healing to others. I taught communion with the divine to others, that each and every one of you is capable of communing with that divine consciousness and directing it into your life to function in very, very exacting and precise ways. Unfortunately, you were told that I was exclusively the only one that had this special relationship with God. And let me tell you, that is not the truth. Each and every one of you, if you so choose to become aware of that great divine consciousness within you, will find that you too have an identical relationship with the divine, as do I. Understand that these three different forms of healing, the one that you call your modern medicine, is the lowest form of healing that is available. It does not employ or direct the spirit to work on your behalf, but rather is the acts, powers, and controls of man over the flesh. And those that took what I had taught to others and said that I exclusively could do these things. And I said, no. I also said, you can do this and greater, but you are not told that consistently and repeatedly enough so that you know that that's truth. And you're not taught how to commune with the divine. You are not taught, as I taught others, how to commune with the Father in you. And today I wanted to come forth through this one to offer you the opportunity to hear the truth and apply it in your life. That you are as capable of healing profoundly in union with the divine. You must understand that you have no power. The power is within you, and you can direct it. You can direct it for good, and you can direct it for not so good. But every one of you has the power to heal, as I had my Father heal on my behalf. Also, the resurrection of the body was an act of my compulsion with the divine, that it would and did restore my flesh as it does and will restore yours. The difference is you have to come to an understanding that this is true, that it is not, that the function of healing is not something outside of the scope of your own consciousness. And many of you innately know this, but have been taught to believe something differently. That once you come to this knowing, then you too can compel the Spirit to work on your behalf, to heal, to restore, to rejuvenate, to re-energize, to revitalize your entire body, mind, heart, and soul. I want to go over these 3 different types of healing briefly before, and please be open, because right now there is great energy being transmitted through this broadcast to those of you that are willing to receive the energy to restore, rejuvenate, revitalize, and re-energize your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. I have with me the energy of Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, along with Master Jesus. And they are transmitting through me. And if you're open and receptive, you'll receive it. Just as you're open and receptive to hearing the words coming out from this body into your ears, you may receive healing in the same fashion if you decide to be open and receptive to receiving. But it must be a conscious decision on yourself. You must open the door to receiving healing. As equally as you must open that door within yourself to receive healing directly from Him who made me and thee. Understand that the same Father is the same for all of us. It's not special to one and to another. So these 3 different types of healing are the types of healing of your modern medicine, of your doctors. That is not a form of actual healing. It's a form of treatment. And there is a distinction between treatment and healing. Healing is a function of restoring damage and dysfunction to the body to its original or an improved state, whereas the function of treatment is to simply bring the body to a state of less discomfort than what it was in formerly. The second form of healing is the spontaneous healing of your body, that if you have a cut or a break in the body will, in and of its own experiential knowledge, assert a function of healing. Yes, they're telling me that somebody just received a very powerful healing energy. Gratitude to you for receiving that. And the third type of healing is the function of asking the Spirit to do the work on your behalf, as it already knows how to build the body you are in, because you did not build the body you are in, did you? You did not build that body that you were in. I did not build the body that I was in. But the Spirit knoweth all of these things, that you may say to it, Father, restore me. Restore my kidneys. Restore my heart. Restore my brain. Restore my blood. Restore my nerves, restore my organs, restore my glands. You may say to the Spirit within you, do these things, and it will do it. Whew, goosebumps all over my body. It will do it. That is the third form, to direct. You may even use the term compel the spirit to doeth the work. And each and every human soul has these three different forms of what you call healing available to you. The vast majority of you are being treated for discomfort and dis-ease and pain, but you are not being healed. But your conventional systems of health will call it healing. But if it was truly healing, then you would all be healed and whole by now. So it is the man-made image of healing, not the divine image of healing. The man-made function of healing is a form of treatment, not a form of transcendence from a disagreeable and uncomfortable condition in the body to a more vibrant and healthy condition in the body. Please be open while you are with us to receiving the energy that is being transmitted right now. There is healing energy being transmitted to you if you are open and receptive to receiving it. This is what this day is for. But it does no good to simply offer you healing without also offering you the knowledge of how the divine within you can expedite and enhance and improve the function of healing far beyond the scope of your capabilities individually. The third example of compelling the spirit by saying, heal in the name of the divine. This form of understanding is the compulsion of the spirit to do the work that you request it to do, to restore your kidneys. You cannot restore your kidneys, but the divine can restore your kidneys. It built the kidneys you have in the first place. It made the blood that circulates through your body. It provided you with the fingers and the toes and the eyes. You did not create those things. The spirit did these things. And it can do greater than these things still if you open your mind to know that the spirit is within you, to know that the spirit is within you right now. And you may say to it, restore this heart, restore these kidneys, restore these lungs. And knowing that the spirit is there to do the work, you must know this. You cannot, oh, will you do it? There can be no doubt in your mind. If there is doubt in your mind, then you will create restriction, limitation, and delay. This is what doubt does. Doubt does not necessarily stop the function of healing. It can certainly delay it. It can prevent it, but it cannot stop it completely. The moment you assert that my lungs are being restored, my blood is being made new, my muscles are stronger and healthier and more vibrant by the grace of the divine within you. This shall be done if you know that you are asking the divine, if you know that you know. It is not just a fancy in your mind. You must know. This is what I taught. I taught them that didn't know to know that which was within them. And I always said, it's not me that is healing you. It is the spirit within you that does the works. I myself can do nothing. But the great spirit within you does all of these things and more. So that your eyes can be restored, your ears can be made whole, that you can be made complete by the spirit within you. But you must understand that you yourself are able to ask, to direct, to compel the spirit. Unfortunately, there's great profit and great benefit in the function of treatment. There's very little gain in the sense of monetary or earthly wealth and power if you are truly engaging in the practice of true healing. If you are engaged in the practice of treatment, then there's great profit and great money to be made for those in the practice of treatment. But the function of healing is very different than the practice of treatment. But you have been told that treatment is healing. Treatment is not healing. Healing is a condition where the divine is compelled to restore, to rejuvenate, to re-energize, to revitalize your entire body, your mind, your emotions, your soul. Every nerve, every organ, every gland in your body can be restored by its consciousness, its love. Ask and you shall receive. The choice is a matter of yours. Will you choose to believe that God is within you right now, with both ears waiting to hear you speak to him and say, restore me. I do not know how to do these things. Restore my mind. Restore my heart. Restore my soul. Restore my bones. Restore my marrow. The spirit within you can do these things and more. And so the function of healing is an agreement between yourself, a knowing that the divine is indeed with you right now. It's not going to be with you tomorrow. It's with you right now. And if you can believe and know that that is true and ask, you will receive. It will not be a question of whether or not you're going to be healed or not. You shall be healed if you believe. And all that are healed because they believe. And it's not by man's hand, but by God's hand that this healing occurs. You must ask, though. If you do not ask, you will not receive. It is very simple. This is quite wonderful. So we're at this place, and we'll go into. So anyway, thank you, Master Jesus. Thank you, Michael and Raphael. Stay present for a little while longer. I'd really appreciate that. These different forms of healing that he's talked about are the three available forms that we all have. And when he was describing it to me before I came on, it was like, oh, of course, it makes perfect sense to me that there's treatment of injuries to the body, there's treatment of disease, there's treatment of for the body by men, but it's not utilizing the divine. It doesn't include the divine. And I like what he's just said. It's very powerful, but also very disconcerting to know that treatment is about money and profit. It's not about truly healing. Yes, the bone can be set. The surgeon can remove the tumor from the body. These things can be done, but true healing is the restoration of the body, not the picking it apart type of restoration, but the whole restoration of the body in the image and likeness of the Father within you. Understand that form of healing for profit is not healing, it is treatment. And you may be treated and be grateful for your treatments. Be grateful if you are relieved of your pain and suffering. It is important to have gratitude no matter where the form of what you call healing comes from. But the true healing, not the natural spontaneous healing of the body in and of itself, that is a different form of healing that the body itself has learned. It's the healing by your relationship with the divine within you that is the most powerful, the truest, and most impactful form of transformation for your body, for your mind, for your soul, that you may be healed. And again, I'm being told from Archangel Michael to remind you that there is a transmission, a very powerful healing energy from this event, and that Archangel Raphael is also present with us. And so be open and receptive to receiving that healing, because the healing is coming because of the divine being asked to do so, to transmit to you that is open and receptive to receiving this healing in the way that you're open and receptive to receiving it. It shall be done. But know this, that you yourself may compel and say to the Spirit, do this for me. And it shall be done. If your belief is true, it shall be done. And no man can prevent you from receiving what the Spirit would give you. No human can prevent you from receiving what the Spirit would give you. Only you can deny the Spirit of your own will. Oh, no, no. You may choose to deny the Spirit, and you may choose to accept it. But you're at a most auspicious moment with us here. If you understand that there are 3 different types of healing that are available to you today, and if you've understood what we've said, then there's a one form of healing that transcends the works of men and becomes the works of God. And when you employ the function of the divine within your own consciousness, you shall reap what you sow very precisely and exactingly. God's love is unconditional. Wow. Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi. I'm going to scroll up and see, because some of you may have come with the understanding that we would do in-person healings, and we will do that if you want to come on live with us. Hi, Rising Sun 789. Glad you're here. Remember to like, subscribe, share, follow, get this information out to others. You know, there are just so many things that are happening on this planet right now that you can be a participant in. You want to change your life? Book a reading with me. Have the opportunity to connect to your guides, your angels, ascended masters, loved ones that will give you wisdom, knowledge, and information that you cannot get from this world. To my patrons, I want to say to my patrons and those of you who are not patrons, come and become one of our patrons. We have 2 live events every month on Patreon, on the 7th of every month and on the 21st of every month. Sign up, become a patron, become involved in a very intimate community of like-minded souls, learning about healing and awakening and returning to the divine. And it's a wonderful community. And to my patrons, we will be seeing you on the 7th, and I'm looking forward to our event. Again, the theme of healing is becoming very important in this time. Understanding, and yes, it's important what he said earlier, what Master Jesus said earlier about the 3 forms of healing that you're all familiar with. There's the form of healing you call treatment from conventional medicine, which is, again, a form of treatment. It's not healing. It's a form of treatment, and it's for profit. It's not for service. It's for profit. And then there's the form of healing that your body naturally has, where it spontaneously will heal. You got a cut, you got a bruise, you got a break. It will do its best within its scope of knowledge and experience to heal itself. And yes, I will. He says humans have found ways of enhancing the body's natural mechanisms of healing, but not to the extent that the divine or God within you can do so. So it's far more valuable and important to get in touch with God within you, to know that He is within you right now, and that you can say to Him, restore this, it shall be done if you believe. There's no question about it. When you believe, it shall be done. But yeah, remember, like, subscribe, share, follow, do what you can to bring this information and knowledge and wisdom out to others. Someone saying, I own this body. I demand the security videotape that the police were hiding. Okay, let me say this to you. You don't own anything. You don't even own that body. That body you're in is on loan. It's on loan. Doesn't matter whether you're a president, a king, or a queen. You do not own that body. Those palaces, those cars, those planes will all go back to the dust from whence they came. You own nothing. The most important consideration for you is to restore yourself to your Father's home, to know the divine within yourself. That's the most important thing to consider at this point in time. All right. Thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it. This is, there we go. Wow, that's beyond powerful and amazing. Wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, for those of you that are just arriving, or those of you that are already here, remember, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael are with me as well. And they're transmitting healing energy to everyone that's open and receptive to it, and How are they doing that? They're compelling the divine to transmit healing energy. Just like you can compel your hand to open and close. Just like that. You can compel the divine God to transmit healing energy to other beings. You can compel the divine to restore your nerves, your organs, your glands. You can compel it to do that. It knows how to do that better than any doctor or scientist on the planet. Even AI will not be able to surpass the wonders that the divine can do in your consciousness. Right? Right. Good morning, KFD. Thank you. Welcome. Glad to hear. B's asking, what are Morgellons? Can they be removed? And why have I manifested a collection of body parasites? Perfect timing for this message. Thank you so much for your world service. You're very welcome, Fee. Again, please understand, do not concern yourself with the why, but concern yourself with getting in touch with the process of restoration. The spirit can cause evil to leave your body if you can compel it to remove evil from your body in the form of these parasitic organisms that you're talking about. But understand that these parasitic organisms are not there by chance. What are you consuming? What are you eating? What are you drinking? How you treat and honor and cherish your divine temple. There are very specific things you must understand. The body does need care from you. You must take care of it. Your Father has given you a wonderful vehicle, and how do you treat it? What are you doing to it? What are you doing with it? Do you honor it and say, my Father gave me this wonderful instrument, and I shall treat it like gold and silver. I shall love it with grace. I shall keep it shiny and polished, vibrant. Do you keep your body sparkling? Do you eat the right foods? Do you drink the right water? Do you exercise? Do you take your body out for playtime? How are you treating your divine instrument? Because you didn't make that body, it was given to you. Please understand that. The body you're in was given to you, and the body you will leave behind. And everything you think you own will be left behind. You own nothing. Nobody does. You can have the illusion of control and power, but I promise you that illusion will be made well. You'll be made well aware of that illusion when the time comes. Right. Great question, by the way. Maureen, hi, Maureen. Lord, please restore my reproductive organs. I'm currently going through a miscarriage, hoping and praying I get another chance at motherhood. Yes, Maureen, that energy is being, if you're open and receptive to receiving the statement, please, Lord, change the statement with please, Lord, to Lord, restore me. Lord, restore me. Lord, restore me, for he knows how to restore you. You do not need special permission to be able to receive this healing. Be open and receptive. Lord, restore me, that I may bring forth your children to this world. Consider that. Okay, Maureen? Lord, restore my reproductive organs. And they're transmitting energy to everybody here. Understand, there is healing energy being transmitted. Take your hands right now, Maureen. Okay, I will. Take your hands right now, Maureen, and put them over your reproductive organs. Put both hands. When you put your hands over your reproductive organ, put them against the body over the reproductive organs. You're going to feel the immediate sensation of heat, which is natural from the hands connecting to that part of the body. But that heat is also indicative of a movement of energy. And I'm asking the spirit within you to move through your hands right now into your reproductive organs. I'm asking the spirit, move into her organs right now. These reproductive organs, spirit, move into them now, restore them, prepare her to be fertile, that she is a good and conscious and loving mother, that she may be this. Yes. And just feel that. Go deeply into that, Maureen. Allow yourself to just let that energy flow through you now. Do that right now. That's exactly what Jesus said. Jesus did say, he said it was your faith. He didn't say, and again, Conventional religion has twisted a lot of what he taught, because he taught that the spirit is within you. He teaches, pardon me, that the spirit is within you, and that you can have a relationship with it as he does. And we've been taught to believe that you have to worship men in churches and in robes and stuff. The sacred church is your body. Your body is the divine and sacred temple of the living God. That's what he taught. That's what he taught. That your body is the divine sacred temple of the living God. And there's and as your faith, so it is. So it will be in you. You're very welcome, Maureen. Hi. Let's see what we got over here on TikTok. Divine healing is what we're up to today. Hi, TikTok. So yeah, we'll do, if you want to come on, send me a message if you want to come on. I'd be happy to bring somebody on today. Thank you for the gifts. Can I have a personal healing right now? Yes. Who are we here? Okay, so close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine that your mind is open. There's nothing in your mind. Just become a space. Allow your mind and your body to become open and receptive to receiving. Tilt your head up slightly as if you're open and receptive to healing. Put your hands up above you like this and be open and receptive to healing. And just remain in that position and state, I am open and receptive to the healing that I may receive now. Let me receive it now. And remain in that place of receptivity and let yourself receive what comes. And then practice that. They're telling me to tell you to practice that at least once a day. Go to that position. Be open and receptive to receiving the healing. Right? And know that you're asking the divine to restore you and heal you. Because the divine will restore your body to a much better state than the body can of itself, or better than most doctors can do. Right? I'm not sure what that means. If we could get rid of a snarl on a live, that would be great. I don't know what that means. Thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it, KFD. You're welcome, Diane. Captain Redbeard, what is the exact statement, process, procedure when healing the mind or a body part? This is a very wonderful question. Yes, hang on. So, depending upon what part of the body you wish to have healed or restored, you bring your awareness to that part of the body. You bring your awareness to that part of the body. You bring your love to that part of the body, the part of you that suffers. You bring your awareness to the part that suffers, and you speak these words to the part that suffers. I am with you. I love you. I will never forsake you. You shall be restored, healed, revitalized, and rejuvenated in God's name. You don't need to know what God is. You just have to be able to know that this intelligence is within you right now. It's in you right now. And depending upon what it is you're healing, there may be a different structure of language for you. But you shall be restored if you're open and receptive to receiving it. That is the key. That you are open and receptive because you know. It's not a thought. It's not a possibility. You know there's an intelligence that is within you right now that simply says, ask, and you shall receive. Restore my mind to peace. Restore my body to vitality. Restore my soul to peace. That is for you that asks that question. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, so those of you that are here just arriving, for those of you, hi Ray, how you doing? Thank you for that. That's okay. Everybody can decide and define what they think is true or false. You define your own reality. But you may say it as you will, Ray. It's funny you get a name like Ray and have such anger come out of your body. I can't come up, but I'd love a healing of my 20-year struggle with TMJ. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Again, I've been told a lot lately that parasitic infestations in the human body is pretty rampant on the planet right now. And if you're going through TMJ, you've got parasites. And if you want, you can do some research on social media, because you'll find a lot more information than you will find at this time at this place. If you want, alternatively, you could book a one-on-one reading with me, and we'll walk you through a process. I'll walk you through a process that I've been taught that will totally, completely change what's going on with that. Because again, TMJ is either one of two things. And in your case, I'm told it's parasites, but it can also be deep underlying anxiety that's in your deeper unconscious mind that you're not aware of. That once you release that anxiety, that tight tension in the jaws will be gone. Because tension is a form of protection, right? So there's a part of you that's tightening up, trying to prevent something from happening. But again, I'm told for you that the parasitic element is very powerful for you. Thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Hello, Danielle. Our dog has a tremendous pain in his hind leg since yesterday. Is it temporary? I'm told yes. You need to lay him down. You need to lay your dog down and put your hands, the left hand first, and then the right hand on top of it, over the leg. And first place the hands upon the dog. And then simply allow, with these words, restore, restore, restore this flesh. These words, restore, restore, restore this flesh. And very deeply go into that, because you're talking directly to the consciousness now that's present with you and the dog in that moment. And you're compelling it to do what you want it to do. Ask and you shall receive, right? Speak with authority. Hi. That makes sense. I did yeah, wonderful. You're very welcome. Again, underlying deeper unconscious emotions that you've forgotten. And most of those unconscious emotions in most human beings happen between ages of conception and ages 7. Most of the emotions that cause 90% of the difficulties in most people's lives originated between ages conception and age 7. Before you were becoming self-aware enough to evaluate or examine information being given to you. We're in the middle of our Masterclass 102 right now, and we're in the week where we're discussing conscious and unconscious patterns and how they affect us. And you've got 7 years of information in your mind that you're not even aware of. Emotional experiences you had as a child, how people behaved around you, how those emotions affected you. And they're in there. And yet you can learn to go inside the mind. You can go into the deeper fabric, the deeper recesses of the unconscious mind. Anybody can learn to do this. You can go into the deeper recesses of your sub or unconscious mind, and you can shift and change the energy that lays in there. And it's not that difficult. It's not that complex. You don't need a degree in psychology or psychoanalysis to go in your own mind and make corrections in the emotional energy that's stored there and possibly causing some discomfort in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally. You're very welcome, Daniela. Wonderful. Hi. Well, I'm really grateful that we had a chance to wonderful. So glad you did that. Good for you. Well, I'm very grateful to have everybody here today. And again, I'm told, stay in the glow of the energy that's being transmitted to you. And again, we have our patrons only live event coming up on the 7th of this month. If you want to become a member of my Patreon page, go to patreon.com/William Michael Forbes and become a member, and you can enjoy our our candid meditations and live events that we do on the 7th of each month and the 21st of each month. And for those of my patrons that are here now, I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the 7th of this month. And thank you so much. If you want to know more about working with me one-on-one, booking a reading with me, or our masterclass series that we offer people, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and you can check out all the goodies that are in our store. I want to wish you all much love, a wonderful and a joyful day. And I want to thank Master Jesus, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael for being present with us today. And I will see all of you on Monday's edition of Shortcuts to Your Soul. Bye for now.